Hey guys, me and Dalton have a real special one for you here today. This is a 2-owner, low mileage, 1970 GTO the Judge. I'll tell you what, this car is absolutely fantastic, and I'm going to explain the paint just a little bit. It was painted back in the late 80s, and the previous owner, the second owner of the car here the last couple years, had the car completely ceramic coated. It's a new thing to do, kind of like a clear coat, I take it. I've never really heard much about it before, but it looks absolutely beautiful, and the last time the paint was actually laid on it was in the mid-90s.
Yeah, and that was crazy to me. It looks like it was done, you know, a couple years ago. But just a gorgeous car. Yeah,
done in its original colors, guys. So we had one repaint done years ago, but mostly pretty much all original interior from what I can tell. So just a fantastic survivor condition car. Previous owner, we do have a bunch of receipts, and you'll see that on the website. Previous owner went ahead and spent approximately $9,000 getting the motor pulled, the original numbers matching motor, going all the way through it, just fixing some odds and ends too. But this car, guys, you can jump in this car and drive it anywhere.
Yeah, I was super impressed when I got behind the wheel. I mean, everything just feels right, you know? It feels like it's never been messed with.
Well, it's like an 89,000 original miles or something like that. We'll get to it, guys, here in just a little bit. But beautiful front end on it as well. The grill's original and nice. Does have the front chin spoiler, working hood tack. Beautiful gaps on the car. As we look at the front hood to fender gap, is in excellent shape. Again, nice and smooth all the way across there. I mean, this is exactly how the car came in, guys. We didn't buff it. We didn't have to touch it as far as the paint and shine on this car. While Dalton goes ahead and opens up the hood, we're just going to check out how nice and straight the sides are on this GTO. Another thing for the purist, obviously the trim rings are not stock on it. If you don't like it, take them off. The second owner, guys, decided he liked them better with the trim rings, so he went ahead and ordered some and put them on. But GTO Judges did not come with the trim rings. Numbers matching, 366 horsepower engine, ram air. Everything works properly and perfectly as far as the ram air. Bottom of the hood paint, that's excellent. The fender jams are nice. Everything's pretty much just bone stock under here.
Yeah, just a quality car. One thing we kind of talked about when it came in is that it does not have power brakes.
Or power steering, man. This thing, the way this guy wanted it, man, no extra belts on this sucker. He wanted the horsepower all the way to the tires.
Exactly.
So that's exactly the way it is, and it steers fine. So these cars without power steering steer fine. I mean, they steer a lot different than the power steering cars.
Less pulleys, more power.
I like that. It is another cold day here in Green, Iowa at Coyote Classics, so and the paint and body on this car is so awesome, so we're just going to kind of go around it quickly. But another good, really nice gap here from top to bottom on the passenger side.
You don't see a whole lot of them in this color combination.
Nope, you really don't. Original colors, is it a toll blue? I think is what it's called?
Yeah.
I'm hoping I pronounced that right. Really nice gaps. Original vinyl top, and the vinyl top is in awesome shape, guys. Back in here, there's no bubbles, no blisters, nothing. So the vinyl top looks excellent. Back shelf is original. It's got the factory perforated holes for the rear speakers. The back bumper's original, so if we want to pick on it at all, it's got some little micro scratches in it, but at 2 foot back, it looks like it's all been re-chromed. I mean, the chrome on it and the shine is awesome. It's got the correct dual exhaust, rear spoiler, trunk lid fits awesome back here. Also, the trunk lid, I want to point out, you know, it's a factory Judge, so it's got the factory rear spoiler. The damn thing stays up. You know, you pop the trunk and it'll stay up. Why don't you go ahead and shut it off? Let's look inside the trunk. So as we go ahead and look up and down the sides of it, super straight, very nice finish. Door buzzer works. There is a couple pits, like 5 or 6 little pits right here in the original handle. As we open up the jams, that's all been ceramic too. So all the original paint and stuff on the jams, it's all been ceramic coated as well. Look at that, stays up on its own. I mean, don't happen very often like that, you guys. Most of the time, those spoilers are so heavy, the springs just can't handle it. It's got the original style spare. bias ply tire here. It's got the jack. Somebody did carpet it a little bit, but look at all the factory speckling, guys. Original speckling, original quarters.
You can still see the stamping on the original quarters.
Yeah.
On both sides.
Yeah.
Just where else do you find one? You know, a 2-owner 1970 Judge.
They're hard to find, Dalton. And then this is an awesome color. We have two right now, two real Judges. Obviously, this is the more documented one, 2-owner, numbers matching car. The other one's an Orbit Orange. Both are cool-ass cars.
Yep. This one's more or less for the purists who want numbers and documents.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. This car's hard to beat. I mean, you don't find one much better than this with the documents that come with it. Door jamb paint and stuff's nice. Original seats, guys. How many freaking 1970 GTO Judges have the original interior? You can see just a little, the stitching's not coming loose, you know, but it's just, you can just see it's original there. The cord is all in great shape. Original carpet. You can see just a little bit of fuzz back in here. Same thing right in the back. You can see just a little discoloration where it's just a little bit lighter color there from the sun. Seat belts for 3 in the back. Headliners original, excellent condition. Dome light works. Back shelf, back sail panels, back door panels, front door panels. Everything is excellent. I mean, this interior is freaking a time capsule, isn't it, Dalton? Same thing with our door panels. Door panels are perfect from here on up. Right down here, guys, it's original. You can see just a little bit of yellowing on the black carpet.
Real quick, it does have an aftermarket radio in it. While I was looking in the trunk, in that white box is the original radio.
Yep, yep, excellent. Thanks for pointing that out, Dal. Inside here, we do have the light. It's got instructions for the radio. It does come with, and it's a super nice radio. It's digital, and it kind of looks exactly like the original, AM, FM, okay? And it's got a car audio. You can go ahead and plug in your USB port there. Her shifter, some beautiful condition. Got the ram air.
And even it's still, like you gotta put it in reverse to take the key out. You know, it's never really been messed with that way.
No one's ever messed with this car.
Starts that easy, didn't
Yeah, let's leave the heater going for us, shall we?
Probably a good idea.
As far as the radio, guys, look at that. It's a super nice radio. I bought a couple of these for some other Pontiacs. They're about $380, but they're a nice one.
Yeah, they work good.
Horn works.
Horn works.
Clock does not work. Looks like that needs to be recharged a little bit. That's what the gas gauge works. Temp gauge works. 89,000. We were right. 89,036 miles. Hood tack works perfectly, and it lights up nice too. Above the visors, guys, there hasn't been any rodents crawling around in this sucker.
Wipers work.
Antenna is on the windshield as well. We're really in good shape here. Inside is awesome. I mean, you just can't beat the inside. And then to have one repaint done a long time ago, I mean, what a sweet car. I'm excited to drive this. Now, I drove the Orbit Orange Judge, but without being numbers matching and shit, it's just not like the real Judge feeling. Yeah. I mean, this thing's got everything about it is the Judge. It's like we just are stepping right back in 1970. Coming out of a Pontiac dealership and just squirreling tires all the way down the street. Aren't you a little pumped to drive it?
I'm excited. I still can't believe that the paint is this old, you know? I mean, that ceramic coating would really help the shine. Straight body, too.
Yeah, look how this door fits, guys. I mean, check this out. Fits beautifully down in here. Both sides are like that. Really nice gaps. Whoever gets this is just gonna love it and cherish it, just like the last two owners did, guys. I mean, cars like this, you know, get taken care of their whole life. GTOs always freaking sit up back here, don't they? Always kind of got to make excuses for them. This one we don't have to. The glass is all nice and clear, and just check how the window lines up with that rubber right here, guys. Door shut perfectly. Again, driver's side door panel, just as nice as the passenger. It's not even really worn at all up top. Just a little fading in the carpet. Right here, guys, this stitching has come loose just a little bit here, and then right here. It's just showing us original 89,000 miles. Another little, this is on the cord right here, but I would not change a damn thing about this car in the inside, man. I would not replace the factory seat cover. I'm gonna turn this over to Dalton, but thank God this thing's got heat, man.
Yeah, no kidding. It's definitely nice on a day like today. Another thing that we didn't quite mention when we were going around it, but this car is an awesome stance. You know, just the way it sits. Sits up a little bit in the front, it's just ready to rock and roll.
Really good oil pressure. As I mentioned, we have receipts on the motor done a couple years ago, and I didn't even miss this last year, but the motor, guys, is really built nicely. Great oil pressure. I just want to point out, as far as just taking off, you know, you're still one finger right here, guys. No power steering, but it's just nice and tight.
Yeah, it is.
It ain't like we're parallel parking anymore. It ain't the 1970s, 50s, 60s, and 70s.
And I gotta admit too, I knew it didn't have power steering, but when I drove it, I forgot it didn't. You know, just because it steers really nice and tight.
Some people prefer no power steering, just so they can feel the road better.
And I think on something like this, you gotta probably be one of those guys to order it without.
The excitement of just hitting this gas right now, seriously. I mean, just super pumped about it. Hope it doesn't disappoint. Holy smokes. Posse, 355 Posse, guys. Just completely rips the tires loose.
Like I said, it's a cold day today too, so the fact that it
didn't spit and sputter.
No, it didn't.
It was burning rubber. You can smell it a little bit. Here's another thing, guys. We're at a corner. It turns nice, and just the steering wheel feels so good in your hands as well. It's a nice original steering wheel. Goes through the gears nice. This thing just sits you right back in your seat.
Yeah, you're
It pulls, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
I mean, I'm not even getting on it here, guys. We're doing 75 mile an hour. We're running right at 3,000 RPMs according to that hood tach. Right at 70. Everything's nice and tight as far as our speedometer's not bouncing. The tach's accurate.
This car, the way it drives, reminds me a lot of that 73 Z28 we had. You know, where it just feels...
the yellow one.
Yeah, it drives exactly like it would from the factory. You know, you have that same kind of feel when you get in it.
It's because it's original. Look at this.
Yeah, it feels like
one hand just fits so good on that Hurst shifter. The other hand right here on this super tight steering. We're going to go ahead and check those brakes out, guys, too. They're drum brakes. So we got 4-wheel drum brakes. We go ahead and check that out right now.
Again, it does not feel like it's manual brakes.
No, absolutely no pull, guys. The brakes are awesome. They got a nice full pedal. You do not need disc brakes on this car. We're going to try to go through it one more time. Ready?
I'm ready.
Front tires damn near feel like they're off the ground.
Yeah, it does. God damn, I don't even want to sell this thing. I'll be honest.
90 mile an hour, 4,000 RPMs.
Yeah, I don't even know what else to say about it. I mean, just a fantastic car. If you missed the boat,
buying, freaking smile when you're in this car.
Exactly. Like I said, if you missed the boat buying it in 1970, you know, you didn't get yours. Well, now's your chance to buy one. You know, just like it was in 70.
What a great investment. I mean, a GTO Judge, Camaro, Big Block, 396, Super Sport. Any of these cars are great investments right now, guys. Better than money in the bank.
Exactly. Guys, go to our website, coyoteclassics.com. Check this thing out. You'll absolutely love it.